Okay, so today we're going to work with breaking apart to subtract. Our essential question is, how do you break apart a number to subtract? We're going to be using 10 frames, and it tells us to use counters. So I'm going to use my pen to draw some of my counters that we need. All right. So our problem reads, Tom had 14 pennies. He gave 4 pennies to his sister. How many pennies does Tom have now? So let's draw the 14 pennies that Tom had. So here's a 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's those 14 pennies Tom had. He gave 4 pennies to his sister. All right. So he's going to give these 4 pennies to his sister. How many pennies is he left with? He is left with 10 pennies. So look, I could quickly count that because that's in a 10 frame. He's left with 10 pennies. All right. So he has those 10 pennies, right? That's what he's left with after he gave those 4 away. He's left with those 10. But then it tells us that he gave 2 pennies to his brother. How many pennies does Tom have now? So remember, he was left with 10. So here's our 10 that he's left with. And he gave 2 of those to his brother. He gave 2 of them to his brother. How many pennies is he left with? And I could count them. 5, 6, 7, 8. He's left with 8 pennies. So this is what we're going to do as we work through these problems. How many pennies did Tom give away? Well, I could see that he gave away those 4 to his sister and then these 2 to his brother. So he gave away 4, 5, 6. He gave away 6 pennies all together. All right. Think about a 10 to find 13 minus 4. That's what we worked with yesterday. We're going to place 13 counters in two different 10 frames. All right, so our question is, how many do you subtract to get to 10? So look, here's step 1. So look how they put 13 counters in 10 frames. 10, 11, 12, 13, okay? We're going to subtract 4. But before I do that, I'm going to get down to 10. So how many am I going to take away to get to 10? I'm going to take away 3. I'm going to subtract these 3 to make it down to a 10. But then I have to subtract 1 more because remember, I'm trying to subtract 4 here. So then I subtract 1 more. So I had 13. I took away 3 to get to 10. And then I had to subtract 1 more to subtract a total of 4 because that's what I was trying to subtract. So what I did, so 13 minus 3 is 10, and I subtract that 1 more, and that's going to give me 9. That means 13 minus 4 will equal 9. All right, let's look at number 1 down here. We're going to work this problem the same way. So it tells us to think, what is the best way to break apart the 7? So look at our problem. We're subtracting. What is 15 minus 7? So notice how I have 15 counters. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? I'm going to take the 15 and I'm going to take away these 5 to make sure that I get to just 10. So I'm taking away these 5. And remember, I ultimately want to take away 7, so I need to take away these 2 more. Okay, so I'm taking away these 2 more to get to the subtraction of 7. So 15 minus 5 gave me 10, right? I was left with that 10 frame. And then I subtracted those 2 more, and that left me 5, 6, 7, 8. That means 15 minus 7 equals 8. All right. We're going to do number 2 the same way. What is 16 minus 7? So notice how in my 10 frames, I have a total of 16, okay? I have 16. I have to take away these 6 to get down to just this 10. And then I'm going to have to take away one more because remember, I'm ultimately subtracting 7. 10 minus 6, I know it, or 16 minus 6, I know is 10. Minus that one more. Well, what's 10 minus 1? That's 9. So that means 16 minus 7 will equal 9. All right, let's work through another one. There are 14 sheep in the herd. 5 sheep run away. How many sheep are left in the herd? So look, there's my 14 sheep, right? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 5 sheep run away. All right. How many sheep are left? So 15. So I'm going to get down to 10. I could take